Hey guys, James here again from Replica Reviews. Now I am back from holiday. Those of you that would have seen our Facebook page would have seen that I've been away for the last week or so. You wouldn't guess it, looking at my arms, I still look as pale as I did when I left. But I'm back and I thought we'd come down the range today and just do a video that I've actually wanted to do for quite a while. And that's basically exploring pellet sizing. Now a lot of you may know, and I know a lot of people ask on the forums, when you pick up a tin of JSB Exacts, you've got different options, and it's different sizes: 4.51, 5.2, 5.3, etc., etc. And it's widely kind of accepted that if you pick a tin up off the bench, usually at your local store, it will be 4.52. And I got thinking, well, does it actually make much difference? And for me, as long as the pellet groups, for me personally is exactly what I want. Which is why I use the Day-to-Day Sovereigns, which are 4.52, 8.44 grain, and come out the JSB factory. And they work. So it got me thinking, well, does it actually make any difference? Am I missing out on accuracy here? I've got my Vira up behind me. Will it prefer a slightly bigger pellet? So I've gone down to our local RFD, and as you'll see, I've marked them up. I've got a tin of JSB Exacts in 4.52. These are generic-y off the shelf ones. And I've also managed to pick up a tin of 4.53. A little bit bigger, in my mind at least. That will mean that they'll engage in the rifling a little bit better. In theory, should make them more accurate. However, it's not as simple as that. If it drags more, it might twist different, so on and so forth. So I just want to see, am I missing out on accuracy? And does the size difference actually make a difference for a normal day-to-day shooter? And it's a question that I know a lot of people want to ask, and on the forums you sometimes don't feel like you don't want to because you just get shot down. So let's explore it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do 10-shot groups. Try and give the pellets enough time to mess up if they're going to mess up. So 10 shots seems nice and fair. Normal magazine going into my Vira, nothing special. That is an out-the-box Vira HW100 KT. And I'm going to be doing unsorting of these pellets. I'm not going to be going through looking, all that one looks nice and this, that, the other. I'll pick it out the tin. If it fits in the magazine, it's going to put down that barrel. So it's going to be relatively sort of unscientific in many experiment sort of ways, but for your normal shooters, that's exactly what you're going to do. You're not going to sit through and weigh them and go through there. So we'll start off with the 4.52s, which are the normal ones. We'll do 10 shots of those. And then we'll crack on outside. We'll do the 4.53s. And then just as a data mark as such, I'm just going to put a couple of with the Sovereigns as well, just to show you if there's any difference between these. Because obviously there's a lot of talk on the forums. What is the difference between these and these? They come out the same factory in the same tin with the same sticky tape around the edge. But anyway, different video altogether. So let's load up the magazine. I've got my target out at, where are we at, 45 yards. So it's a little bit further than my zero, so we'll see what happens there. I'll have a quick tinker and let's crack on with the rest of the video. Okay guys, so that's 10 of the 4.52 JSB Exacts. And as I say, these are most of the ones that you see on the shelves in the shops. This is what they're going to be. So I've loaded 10 rounds in. We've got a target down range. Yeah, 10 shots. Here we go. Alright guys, so that's me done. We're going to go down to the target now and let's see exactly what's happened. Okay guys, so that is, we push that up against there, you can see that a little bit better. The result of 10 shots at 45 yards, so I'm quite happy with that. What we'll do is we'll move back and we'll go for this dot just the side here. Again, I imagine it'll be a little bit higher up. We'll try the 4.53s and see exactly what happens with those. Okay guys, so as you can see, they're kind of half of one, half of the other really. I actually prefer the grouping of the 4.53s. Quite an interesting sort of discovery that actually. It does appear that my Virart prefers them. As I say, 10 shots on both, and I think personally looking at this one here, that is the better grouping. So what I'm actually going to do is, rather than kind of settling on this, I am going to place out some targets, 2 targets side by side, and we're going to do exact same test again, but further out, to see if long range, to see if there's any difference in stability from that kind of point of view. So let's push out. I think, should we put our target out? What should we go for? Let's go for 60 yards and see what difference there are at longer ranges. Okay guys, so we're back at the bench. Next 10 shots are loaded up in the magazine. Again, I'm just going to stick with the 4.53s just because I've got them out on the bench at the moment. Got 2 targets down range. The right hand side we're going to do is the 4.52s. Left hand is 4.53s. Pretty straightforward. So yeah, 10 more rounds and let's see what happens. And there we have it guys, that was 10 shots. So let's go down range, see what happens at a slightly further distance. Okay, so not a bad effort really. They have split out a little bit more than I kind of anticipated. But, you know, as I say, I've never run 4.53 pellets through the barrel before, so it was to be expected. We weren't going to always get amazing results as such. So what we'll do is I'm just going to scan across to the next target to the right, which should be straightforward enough. There we go. And we are now going to do 10 shots again, but with the 4.52s. Now these are essentially what I've zeroed the gun with, so I'm hoping they should give some slightly tighter results, as that's what the gun's used to. But we are just going to cut, because I'm just looking at the angle of the camera. I just want to move it back a little bit just in case I do mess up. Okay guys, so those are the results. Now I'll be completely honest with you, the shot on the far right that you can see there, that was tugged by myself, and the minute I pulled that trigger I knew exactly what I'd done. But it's quite interesting to see actually at longer ranges the 4.52 pellets seem to actually to suit the barrel a little bit better. So what we'll do, we'll bring both the targets back and basically just conclude, but some really interesting results. Okay guys, so that's me pretty much done, and I have to say, really interesting results. I was expecting, when we were at 45 yards, I thought that's actually quite a good group here with the 4.53s, and I thought maybe at longer ranges it might have been a bonus and that we might have actually had to change pellets. But at the longer ranges again, 60 odd yards, the 4.52s seem to group a lot better. Now why that is, you know, I don't know. It all goes down to basically how well your barrel suits those pellets. Now I'm not saying that 4.52s will work best in everybody's guns or everybody's HW, but it works best in mine, and it was really interesting to have a quick play. So in answer to the title of the video, really, does it actually matter? Then yeah, sizing really does make a difference, and I would definitely take the time out to go to your local range, go to your local club and actually test the different pellets, because it's opened my eyes up a little bit, and you know, I am going to experiment a little bit more, different weighted pellets and sizes and all sorts, just to see if the sovereigns, which I've always kind of assumed were like the god pellet, they've always worked in everything I've used them in, is the best pellet to use you know, across the board. And doing the testing today showed me that actually it might not be. So hopefully you've learned something, hopefully you've seen something, and hopefully for you guys that didn't know before have learned something. I obviously know that asking questions on the forums sometimes can be a little bit daunting, because people just kind of assume that everybody should know everything to start with. So like I say, hopefully you've enjoyed what you watched, and it's a quick video today. I've got a load more planned. It's just a case of just trying to work out where to do it, how to do it, and all the rest of it. But back from holiday now, so we've got loads of time to bring you more videos. If you like what you've seen, obviously there's a subscribe button down the bottom. If you've got any comments, any questions, put them in the box below, and I will do my best to get back to every single one of you. And again, if you want to check out our Facebook page, go over to the dreaded Facebook, type in Replica Reviews in your search bar, and we will pop right up. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video.